Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Conversation, the place where we help you learn how to speak English in a simple, natural, and confident way. I'm Sarah, and I'm really excited to spend this time learning with you.
Hello, Sarah, and hello to all our listeners. I'm Daniel, and today we are going to talk about something very important: how to speak English in daily life without fear or hesitation.
That's absolutely right, Daniel, because many people understand English very well, but when it comes to speaking, they feel nervous and unsure.
Yes, and the biggest problem is not knowledge, but fear. And today, we will help everyone overcome that fear step by step.
Sarah, why do you think so many people hesitate to speak English, even when they know basic vocabulary and grammar?
I believe the main reason is that people are afraid of making mistakes and they worry too much about what others will think.
That's very true, but in reality, making mistakes is a natural part of learning any language, and it actually helps you improve faster.
Exactly. And even native speakers make mistakes sometimes, so learners should not be too hard on themselves.
So, Daniel, what is the first and most important step for someone who wants to start speaking English today?
The first step is to start with very simple and short sentences instead of trying to speak long and complicated sentences from the beginning.
Yes, because simple sentences are easy to remember and they help you build confidence gradually.
For example, you can say sentences like, "I am eating food," or "I am going outside," and that is perfectly fine.
Let's talk about practicing at home, because many people think they need a partner to practice English.
Actually, you don't always need a partner, because you can practice English by talking to yourself and describing your daily actions.
That's a great idea, because you can say things like, "I am making tea," or "I am cleaning my room" while doing those activities.
Yes, and this kind of practice is very powerful because it connects English with your real life.
Let's talk about practicing at home, because many people think they need a partner to practice English.
Actually, you don't always need a partner, because you can practice English by talking to yourself and describing your daily actions.
That's a great idea, because you can say things like, "I am making tea," or "I am cleaning my room" while doing those activities.
Yes, and this kind of practice is very powerful because it connects English with your real life.
Now let's move to real-life situations outside the home, like going to a shop or a market.
In such situations, you can use simple and practical sentences like, "How much is this?" or "I want to buy this item."
These sentences are very useful and easy to learn, and you can use them almost every day.
Yes, and the more you use these sentences, the more natural your English will become.
What about speaking English with friends, especially when they also feel shy or nervous?
You can start with very simple questions like, "How are you?" or "What are you doing today?" and slowly build the conversation.
That's a great approach because starting small makes the conversation feel easier and less stressful.
Yes, and over time you can add more details and speak longer sentences.
Sarah, what is one common mistake that most English learners make when trying to speak?
One very common mistake is that people wait until their English becomes perfect before they start speaking.
That's true, and that mindset actually slows down their progress because they don't practice enough.
Yes, the key is to speak first and improve later, not the other way around.
Another important tip is to start thinking in English instead of translating from your native language.
Yes, because translation takes time and makes speaking slow and difficult.
So, how can someone start thinking in English?
You can begin with small thoughts like, "I am walking," or "I am sitting,"
and gradually build longer thoughts.
Let's talk about practice, because practice is the key to improvement in any skill.
Absolutely. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily practice can make a big difference if you stay consistent.
That sounds very manageable for most people, even with a busy schedule.
Yes, consistency is more important than studying for long hours once in a while.
Do you think listening plays an important role in improving English speaking?
Yes, listening helps you understand how sentences are formed and how words are pronounced naturally.
So, what should learners do while listening?
They should try to repeat the sentences they hear because repetition improves speaking fluency.
Confidence is something many learners struggle with, so how can they become more confident?
Confidence comes from practice and experience, so the more you speak, the more confident you will become.
That makes sense, because confidence is built over time, not instantly.
Yes, and even small progress should be appreciated.
Let's give a complete example so our listeners can understand how to speak about their day.
You can say, "Today I woke up early. I had breakfast, then I went to work, and in the evening I relaxed at home."
That is a perfect and natural way to describe your daily routine in English. So today we learned that speaking English is not about perfection, but about practice and confidence.
Yes, start with simple sentences, practice daily, think in English, and don't be afraid of mistakes.
These small steps can make a big difference in your English journey.
And if you follow these steps regularly, you will see improvement very quickly.
That brings us to the end of today's episode, and we truly hope that this lesson helps you feel more confident in speaking English.
Now it's your turn to practice, so try to speak a few sentences in English today and build your confidence step by step.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more useful English lessons.
And share this video with your friends so they can also learn and grow with you.
Keep practicing, stay positive, and never give up on learning English.
See you in the next episode, and until then, keep speaking and keep improving.
Bye for now, and take care of yourself.
Goodbye, everyone, and have a great day ahead.